San Diego's most prolific drug dealers allegedly used an anti-drug nonprofit to try to disguise his shady dealings.
Algernon Lundy is now in federal custody after being arrested on drug charges while on probation. And a newly released search warrant shows how he used a tax-exempt charity that he formed to allegedly launder his profits from selling fentanyl.
CBS 8's Richard Allen is here with more on how else he tried to hide his alleged drug deals. Richard?
Well, that's right. Quite a bizarre story. Now, this warrant shows that Algernon Lundy has a history of drug dealing and was indicted in November by a federal grand jury for possessing nearly 500 grams of fentanyl with the intent to distribute. Now, at that time, he had been on probation for possessing fentanyl and meth for another arrest in early 2023, managing then to stay out of prison, allowing him to keep running his anti-drug nonprofit.
Records show that Algernon Lundy registered his nonprofit in 2017, an organization that, among other things, supposedly helped people get off drugs, ran a weekly food pantry, helped the homeless, and even offered diapers to low-income families. But investigators say that was all a front, used instead to operate his drug business. Education Support Center, the name of Lundy's nonprofit, listed its address at this nondescript commercial space in Spring Valley, which, according to its now-defunct website, offered support for anyone who wants to free their lives from drug and or alcohol addiction, and a program that helps the youth understand the real effects of drugs, according to a federal search warrant issued last week. But investigators say that instead of helping anyone, Lundy used his nonprofit and its tax-exempt status to launder money gained through his fentanyl sales, identifying Lundy in court documents as a large-volume drug dealer, adding that Lundy was selling kilogram quantities of fentanyl and pounds of methamphetamine and heroin. According to this search warrant, there was never any proof that Lundy's nonprofit, Education Support Center, served any purpose other than providing a name for a bank account. Court records reveal that from January to November 2023, Lundy and his wife used that bank account to deposit nearly $190,000, adding there's probable cause to believe the cash deposits are proceeds of the sale or distribution of a controlled substance or conspiracy to commit such offenses against the United States. Surveillance of Lundy showed that he often drove from his Spring Valley location less than 10 minutes away to this area in Lemon Grove, where he carried out his illegal drug activity, according to the search warrant. And tonight, Algernon Lundy remains behind bars at the Metropolitan Correction Center in downtown San Diego.
And Richard, what are you learning tonight about some of the other ways he allegedly tried to hide his drug dealing and his profits?
Right. So he had this nonprofit, which was sort of this ingenious way using a tax-exempt charity, but then he also used local casinos to launder some of the drugs. And this is alleged in the search warrant, that he would go to Harrah's, he would also go to Jamul Casino. At one point, he exchanged nearly $100,000 in exchange for casino credits, allegedly using that drug money.
Oh my,
so it wasn't just the nonprofit, it was also the casinos.
He had a lot going on here.
Right.
And drug agents, they were able to pretty quickly identify the specific fentanyl pills that Algernon is accused of selling, right?
And that's one of the most interesting parts of the story. Apparently, the fentanyl that he had in his possession was dyed this particular shade of purple or purple blue, and apparently sales of purple fentanyl, from what I've gathered from the search warrant, is relatively rare. They were able to track it down to fentanyl sales that had been going on specifically in areas of National City, and they were able to sort of make their case that Algernon Lundy was behind this. So very interesting case.
Quite an insight into how these things work.
Exactly, yes.
All right.
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.